Hi and welcome to Faulk Food, Fitness, and Fun. I wanted to hop on here, and I've actually been meaning to do this for quite some time now, and give a little background as to why I'm here, what I'm doing, how I lost the weight I did, and just basically introduce myself, give you my story. So I appreciate you all being here with me, and I do have some notes to keep me on point. And I will try and keep this somewhat short as possible. So anyways, a little bit about me. Sorry. I'm over 40, quite a couple of years over 40, and married. I have 3 children. They're all adults now in their 20s. And I spent over 20 years of my adult life being obese. I started in September of 2017, and I was at, as far as I know, 225 pounds. I was probably more than that at one time, but that's what I can recall the scale when I started. So my journey actually started by, I was cutting out certain foods due to issues with, I was having a lot of GI issues. So I started cutting things like grains and added sugar out of my diet for health reasons other than just weight. Well, the weight started to come off, which was then motivating, and I continued on my journey. So I actually decided at that time to start with a personal trainer, which was September of 2017, and he didn't control my nutrition at the time, but he gave me the motivation to start at the gym, be able to do workouts. Previously, I've had gym memberships for years. I would go with friends, but I didn't really understand what I was doing, and I was embarrassed. I was, heavy, self-conscious. I can recall my husband would even try and do workouts for me before that, but I wouldn't do anything that I had to lay on a bench because it was extremely embarrassing to me. I can remember being in there and trying to do, even simple things as bench press. Well, when you're that big, I couldn't just sit up when I was done. And so I would literally roll off the bench. That kept me from continuing. I was too embarrassed to be in there feeling like everyone was staring at me. And in reality, they're not. I know that now. But at the time, that was very intimidating. I would go in and leave. I would try a few things and I would leave in tears just out of frustration and embarrassment with myself. I didn't know exactly what I was doing, and it was hard. So getting the personal trainer was hands down the best decision I had ever made. Getting, of course, everything nutrition-wise and stuff was very important, but having that motivation, having the direction is what I really needed. Even if I was motivated, I needed someone there to tell me this, I want you to do this many of this movement, and making sure I had the right form and that I was actually doing it. Also, I felt that helped with, if I felt like I was doing something stupid or embarrassing in the gym, well, it didn't matter as much because clearly I was there with a personal trainer and he was directing me to do it. So if it was something silly to somebody else, it wasn't my plan. So that kind of helped. I mean, I know not everybody feels that way, but that I did. And that was really good for me. So the weight started to come off, and I kept going. Then it was probably close to about a year, and Taylor was actually my trainer there at Genesis Health Clubs, and he moved on. I had actually lost a significant amount of weight by that time. It was, once I stuck to it, with eating healthier and working out regularly, it was only a matter of, I think 4 to 6 months, and I was down close to 100 pounds. But my nutrition wasn't on point at that time. I was really in control of myself, and I can't fault, Taylor would tell me eat more, and I thought, oh, I can't eat more. I'm gonna gain the weight back, so I had cut my calories too much at that time. Really looking back, I didn't know it, but I did. But I continued on. I was still working out, and I was still motivated at the weight loss, but I kind of lacked the direction, and it kind of got monotonous for me without having someone there and helping me change up my workouts, a lot of it. So then I found actually Tracy, my current coach, online with Bad Kitty Fitness, and she has been amazing as well. She's also she sets my workouts for me, which I love. She takes the thought out of it. I check in with her, and she sees what needs altered, where I need focus. Does them for me. We use an app that she puts them right in there, and it's great, especially now that I know what I'm doing. And she has also taught me the If It Fits Your Macros lifestyle, which has made a huge difference in my nutrition. I'm realizing now, in the beginning, I just completely cut so much out, and that's not necessary. I can have things, I just need to have them in moderation. So, and that's what the IIFYM lifestyle has taught me, that I can introduce some of these foods back in. I still have GI issues, so there are foods that I avoid, but that's my personal choice. But overall, nutrition-wise, I don't need to binge. I don't need to neglect things. I don't have to, the word that I'm looking for, but deprive myself of these treats, I guess you could say. I can have these things. I just need to be in control of it. In the past, when I was over 200 pounds, it would be nothing for my husband and I to go get a half a gallon of ice cream and finish it off that night after pizza. I can't do that anymore, of course, and I don't want to do that anymore. That makes me feel crappy. So, but if I want to have a piece of cake at a birthday party, I absolutely can. And I fit it into my macros and eat around it. If there's something I know that I want for dinner, well, I plan it ahead. And so it's been a blessing, huge blessing. I'm still, that's what I continue. It's a lifestyle. So I'm gonna refer to my notes so I stay on point, because I'm aware I have a tendency to ramble, and I will try not to do that. So really, that's the nutshell of how I lost the weight. And with losing that, I have gained so much more than just weight loss. Of course, my health has improved, but the mental aspect, which I didn't even realize was going to be part of it, and absolutely has. I was always very shy. I would be the person that would go and stand in the back of the room. And I have stepped out of my comfort zone in so many areas. It's not just the self-confidence in the physical aspect. I feel like it has just broadened so many things for me as far as energy-wise too. brain fog and stuff. Like, I just didn't realize how crappy I felt until I felt good. And now I am doing things that I never would have thought I would ever be doing. I do aerial silks, various aerial activities actually. I'm learning trapeze. I do pole fitness and sling along with the aerial silks. Another thing that I did not think I would do is participate in bodybuilding. So I used to always say, well, I want to look like I compete, but I don't actually want to compete. That's something I couldn't be on stage. I couldn't do that. I absolutely can and have. In fact, I did my first competition in April, just this past April, 2021, and actually enjoyed it so much more than I thought I would. Everyone at the competitions, of course, there were so many amazing people. I loved meeting all of the women competing, and how encouraging everyone has been to each other. There's not the cattiness that I would have thought was there. I didn't see that at all. I felt very on a team, and comfortable on stage, surprisingly, which anyone that knows me and my past absolutely would not have imagined. I always hid from the camera, and now I'm out there strutting my stuff, having a great time. So that competition went really well. I enjoyed it, and I decided to go ahead and compete also in May. So the April one was the NA and BF. And then in May, I competed in OCB. I actually ended up earning my pro card in that one, which was totally unexpected and very excited about. So I'm definitely going to continue this lifestyle. I will be doing more competitions. I will be, I'm not sure what the next thing will be actually beyond that. I'm having the time of my life here. And I've been wanting to get on here and make these videos because I have people reach out to me a lot, and which I love. And that is what I'm here for. I want to motivate anyone who has been in the position I was, currently is, that you absolutely can do this. I feel like if I was able to lose this weight, I know that anyone can. For being obese for over 20 years, I honestly thought that I was just genetically destined to be that way. It was how I was made. No matter what I tried, the weight wouldn't come off. Mostly I didn't realize, I just didn't realize what I was doing. I didn't realize how many calories I was taking in. I always thought, oh, well, I don't really eat that much. I don't eat any more than, my coworkers next to me. Well, a lot of it was the foods I was choosing to eat and the lack of activity. I didn't realize that a Starbucks brownie and, mocha drink, a high sugar drink that I was having, I was easily consuming 600 to 800 calories in that snack, So there are a lot of changes that, anyone can make. And absolutely this, if it fits your macros lifestyle, has been a big changer. And I want to share that with everyone and anyone. And going to the, working out, whether you do go to the gym or you enjoy other activities, sports and things, get out there and do it. Anyone absolutely can. And I welcome reach outs. If there's any questions, anything that I can help you with, I will do my best to respond to any comments, any direct messages. Please feel free to reach out. that is why I'm here. That's why I'm on these social media sites. I genuinely want to help and motivate anyone I can. I'm going to continue to try and make these videos for some of the recipes, because that is a lot of the questions I get is, what do I eat? And I know people struggle with getting a lot of the protein in and stuff, and I enjoy being creative. In the kitchen, I love it. So there's certain foods that I would never think would go together, and I'm like, well, you know, I need this amount of this tonight and this, and let's see how they fit together. Sometimes it turns out to be a win, sometimes it does not, and I'm going to do my best to post both, okay, wins and fails on here. And if there's any other subjects that, you know, ask me. I'll either, you know, respond with messages. I can make little short videos or something. If there's anything you want to talk about, please don't hesitate to reach out. That is most definitely what I'm here for. Now, I do have a few things of what I can't do. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not certified in that area. I can tell you what has worked for me, which a lot of that is hiring a personal trainer. You know, that's what I have my coach for. She is qualified in that area. But I can definitely share tips. I can share motivation. I do have a background in biology. My bachelor's is in biology. I have a master's in public health. So I'm not completely without knowledge in the science realm, but I don't have the training of a personal trainer, nor do I currently have the time to write workouts, you know, but that's why I pay somebody to write my workout. Now maybe that may change in the future, and you know, I'm loving the whole fitness world, and could definitely see myself going in that area in the future. And so if that changes, great, and you know, I can help in that area too. But basically, yeah, I'm here to share tips, motivation, answer any questions. I know one thing that people have asked me a couple times about is if I've had skin removal. And that is one that I have had in my abdomen, if you've seen any of my photos, which I'm also going to try and get some posted of my before and after too, so you can see that. But that is the only area that I have had it taken, because I'm 44 years old, and losing 100 pounds and having 3 children, that absolutely was not going to go anywhere. And I worked really hard, and it was very discouraging to see that. Now, there's people that are happy in theirs and live with it, and that is wonderful. And if you can, you know, you're one of those, great, because kudos to those of you. It is definitely, it can be a trophy. I mean, you know, you accomplished a lot, and yeah, that's, you know, if that's what it shows, that's what it shows. But anyways, yeah, so please reach out to me. Any way I can help, I most definitely will. That was kind of a condensed version, I hope, of my story, but that is where I'm coming from, and I've been there, and I know that anyone can do this, and it is so rewarding. Definitely worth the time and every minute of the effort. Okay, so I hope that you enjoy this. I hope that it can be some encouragement. If you want to see more of what I'm going to put out, as far as you know, recipes, workout tips, anything, go ahead and hit that subscribe, and I will do my best to get that information out to you. Okay, thanks.